Now we're going to go over some of the basics of what we've created so far. So you'll notice that if you type in the domain name that you registered, you'll have a default page from Bluehost. That's because currently we have nothing on the site for them to show, so this is their way of showing that the site is taken but not yet set up. So in order to rectify that, we're going to go to the email that you registered with. You'll end up having been sent 3 different emails from Bluehost. Choose the one that says simply welcome to Bluehost with your domain name next to it. And the first thing we're going to do is choose a password to interact with the cPanel or the control panel that Bluehost offers. So go ahead and choose the password. In that blank page, you're given the option to choose the new password, verify it, and then the option to choose a PIN. The PIN simply for any support help that you need from Bluehost. It's a way to help protect your information so you're not handing them your password or anything else over the phone. You're simply handing them this PIN number. So go ahead and set up a password. You'll see some tips on choosing a password. These are great tips to use. Avoid dictionary words. There's a lot of programs called bots that can actually run through the dictionary and they apply all those words to a password trying to crack it. Definitely use a combination of letters, numbers, and special characters. Use alternating capital and lowercase letters, like it says right there. If you're going to create a really strong password, the best thing to do is actually make up a word. Definitely avoid any familiar items, names, phone numbers, birth dates, anniversaries, anything along those lines. It's actually pretty easy information to find with a relatively simple search. As scary as that is, so that's something you don't want to really do. Yeah, definitely avoid anything generic like password 1234566, and anything that's in sequential order. Like it says, the more characters that you use, the safer it is. There's the thing called passphrases, which is actually an entire sentence used as a password, and I would definitely suggest something along those lines. Alright, you'll notice as I go to type this that the bar over here is getting higher and higher. This is showing how strong my password is as I'm going along. It just reads in the characters and puts it against some algorithms that test, how easily it is to crack this password. Okay, and there we go. So I have an excellent password with what I put in. I did use a combination of capital and lower letters with some special characters and numbers thrown in there. So even though I have a shorter password, it's not a passphrase, it's something that I personally can remember, and it's going to be hard for someone else to guess. So we're going to re-enter that. And now they match, that password is set. That's what I'm going to be able to use to log into Bluehost. So I'm going to go ahead and opt in for a PIN. It's just an extra layer of security that I would highly suggest you do. Although it's, as it says, it is optional. So I'm going to submit that information. So it's been successfully updated. Try it again. There we go, we're going to log in. Alright, so now we have the Getting Started page. Alright, so you can go ahead and read this Getting Started little blurb here. Basically, they're just trying to help you set up your website. Alright, so see, I put in a title. Like it says, you can always change this later, that little bubble there. And then what sort of phrases would you use to search for your site in Google? A little quick lesson on search engine optimization here. There's little, you can think of them as little spiders kind of crawling around behind the scenes of the websites, and they're picking through looking for these keywords, and that's what brings you up on search hits. So this is something that you want to give some thought to, and really create a diverse amount that all are relevant to your site. So like I said here, I've got author, writing, romance, paranormal romance, vampires, werewolves. See, I duplicated writing there. Fantasy, fantasy romance, writer, MA, Myers, which is my pen name for my writing. We're call that good for now. There's always going to be an option to add more, so go ahead and submit. And we're logged in automatically.